Hello, today we're going to be talking about a Maguire file that was released today on the Mafia free Twitter and official website. And this showed you a picture of a man called Baka. So, as we know, he's an African American, so he's got some ties in with either Lincoln or the Haitians, and we're about to find that out. So, subscribe and like, and let's go. Here's Maguire's files on Baka. Baka was smart. Near as I could tell, he was a mastermind at planning out gun running and selling weed in New Bordeaux. Was even starting to cut into the Marcano's profit margins by hitting operations like the Black Lottery. One thing about running rackets in a town this superstitious, take advantage of the local legend of something like Jean St. John and you can get away with murder, and gun running, and drug trafficking. Tell a couple of ghost stories, shake a couple of people up with a randomly placed voodoo doll, and suddenly you've got the cops and the competition chasing their tails, and more believers. So this could mean a lot of things. Let's break this down a bit. So the first line, Baka was smart. So we learn here that Baka was in fact intelligent, and he's quite street smart as he knows what he's doing in this kind of business. He could have been in this business for a while, and for that he was the mastermind of his little crew that he was in, by planning out gun running and selling weed within the New Bordeaux. But haven't we seen this before in a different case study? Yes, we have. In fact, I'm about to show you that. The Haitians were smart, just how Baka was smart. They ran prostitution and gun running out of New Bordeaux, the same as Baka. So obviously Baka is part of the Haitian gang. And as they did it under cover of voodoo nonsense, a John roughs up on the girls, yada yada yada, play up by the local legend of the pirate Jean St. John. So this is basically describing exactly what's on the other case file, as Baka is part of the Haitians, so he is operating his little operation out of the Jean St. John fucking, what's it called, little pirate ship, his ghost ship. He's operating a gun running operation out of there, and a drug one. Them using the ghost story as a kind of cover helps them on their part, and this is probably why Baka is high up in the Haitian hierarchy. He could possibly be, as he was the mastermind of the whole operation, and he's considered the brains of the Haitian crew. So next we are going to go on to the next part. Was even starting to cut into the Marcano profit margins by hitting operations like the Black Lottery. So Baka was obviously creating different kinds of like money kind of operations, how to create money like the Black Lottery, and obviously they were creating that much money that it's starting to hit Marcano's profit margins. So Marcano was losing money due to this, and this could possibly be why Marcano to wronging the Haitians to the point where Cassandra wants him dead, as well as Vito and Burke, and joining Lincoln's little crusade that he has going on. So on to the next part. One thing about running rackets in a town this superstitious, take advantage of the local legend of something like Jean St. John and you can get away with murder and gun running and drug trafficking. This is basically summarising what I just said before. He traffics in drugs and guns, and using the Jean St. John ghost ship and ghost story as a kind of cover to keep people away so they can get in doing their business. This also links into another newspaper article from the past. Gun running bust in the bayou. Basically the cops found some gun caches belonging to Baka and his boys from the ghost ship, and they found a Clipper 44s as a kind of pistol, and they also state that they find some voodoo dolls randomly placed in places, just like the Maguire file says on the Baka case. So to the bottom right there, it also says that there's no witnesses and they don't really know who's leaving these voodoo dolls. So it's quite a possibility that the Haitians and Baka were not arrested for any of the gun running that they did in the ship. But obviously we don't know what's happened to him yet, so there's also the possibility that he could be dead. But he also might be making an appearance in Mafia 3, so we don't know. So on to the final part. Tell a couple of ghost stories, shake a couple of people up with random place voodoo dolls, like we've just read there. randomly placed voodoo dolls. Obviously that's Baka and his men. Suddenly you've got some of the cops in the competition chasing their tails and more believers. So more people are going to be believing the voodoo kind of culture and all the stories of the voodoo by them using this story to their advantage and scaring people into believing it, so they can once again do their business without being disturbed. And also the fear gets put into the cops and the competition, aka the Marcanos, and they sometimes, well, they will be scared to go against the Haitians due to the evil spirits. So let's have a look of the name Baka and the origins. And I had to go onto a weird pagan site to have a look to see what this means, so please respect us for that. It was kind of weird, but okay. Next, onto this. Baka in the Haitian voodoo, it means is possibly a minor demon. It's a male name, so no females can be called it. Trickery souls of the dead. Powerful spirits willing to contract with sorcerers. Sorcerers could be another word for like leader. What else? Sorcerer works for him and herself, the leader obviously. And our tip was the however, the Baka will do whatever the magician, shaman, sorcerer, leader seeks as long as the price is right. So this could possibly mean that Baka could be a contract, like he could be hired willing through money instead of being an official member of the Haitian crew. But yeah, like literally this means nothing. Like this is just the names of, I mean, what Baka means really, but his name just could be Baka. This could just be me over researching it. So let's have a look. Let's do a checklist. So Baka is Haitian affiliated. He's part of the Haitian crew and Cassandra's crew. He's the mastermind behind this John St. John racket due to the gun running and the drug operations in the John St. John. That's all because of him, because of his intellectual thinking. Baka could mean small malevolent demon in Haitian voodoo. Could be. We don't know. Gun runner and drug trafficker, like I've just said, and also his status and hierarchy position are unknown, so we don't know if he's dead, arrested, or he could actually be alive and living it up in New Bordeaux, we don't know. But I hope you liked this video. I've really went into who this Baka character is and who he could possibly be, so subscribe and like for some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.